to the channel. I'm getting started a little earlier today. I had an orthodontist appointment, so I have to leave school early. So I'm down here at Grandma's right now earlier than I usually am. So we're gonna grind a batch of feed. As you saw there, I was driving the 856, our neighbor's 856 down here, and I'm gonna use the 970 to hook up to the barge wagon to put the ear corn in it. So yeah, I'll see if this thing will start today and get this feed ground, and you can come along for the ride. And there we go. Okay, great, that'll work just fine. I might pull forward just a tad, but I think, yeah, no, I think that'll work just fine. So, this little chute, obviously, just gonna dump it in there. Got that opened up, and you get the supplement off of there, and I need to engage the grinder and disengage the auger, and then we'll be ready to go. Tractor idle for a little bit, and then we'll do our chores here real quick, and then head on over to the pasture. So everybody again. How you guys doing? Brought you some fresh feed. Hey, what are you looking at? Alright, we got everything lined up there. And I'm gonna go ahead and engage the auger here and go turn the PTO on over here. I like how International added in the 56 and the 66 series, they put steps on both sides. That was a really good idea. Kudos to them for doing that. I suppose it's cool enough we can close this thing all the way. Normally I leave it cracked open in the summertime and when it's warm out, because it'll get, as the sun and humidity gets in there, all that feed will stick to the side of the bin and rot right here. So I just like to keep it open during the summertime. Not all the way open just so it doesn't rain in there, but cracked open so that it gets air in there and it doesn't get so hot and that feed sticks to the sides. But at any rate, we're done over here. And I'm just waiting for the feeder's water to fill up, and then we will be heading out of here. And I'll take this back, and then pretty sure I'm gonna go over and disc our field that we were at last night. So think about full, and then we'll head over there. So. Field's still here. Those hot spots from when we were torching last night, they must have cooled off. Yeah, like I said last night, we disked over them a couple times, and then we did those end rows or along the edge there, and we already did these end rows. And I'm gonna go quick cut an angle in this field because I really don't want to do that after dark. It probably won't be very steep angle, because it doesn't matter, because we're going to chisel a 7140 sitting right there by that tree. My Uncle Dan that field was ditched, our bean field was ditched, our landlord had it ditched. Obviously after we cut the beans, and that we need to chisel between where all the tile is, or the plow pulled up dirt. We need to chisel in between there, and not on where the plow was pulling up the dirt. So yeah, that's what I think Uncle Dan's gonna come over here after a while again and chisel that, so we'll have both of our big tractors in both fields, and then obviously at some point we'll chisel this. So beautiful night for flying. That's a pretty cool picture there. I just did take a picture. It's kind of cool. You got the sun over here and then the case right there and the big old blue sky. Never think of Indiana as a big sky, but not like Montana. But Montana's sky is huge, it seems like, but same size as our sky. All right, well, sorry, enough jabber from me. We'll check the oil on this thing, and it should be good because we put, yep, it should be good there. Put quite a bit in there, well, not quite a bit, a little bit in the other night, and tighten that up. And all right, we'll get going. Uncle Dan's behind me. I don't know if you can see him. It's kind of hard for me to see him. But he's over there in the 7140, chiseling in between all those ditch humps. I finally have someone I can play the light game with tonight, so we'll see who wins this tonight. Sort of looks like we're going to be fighting this light thing, Uncle Dan and I. Now it looks like we're going to be fighting each other or going against each other here for a little while. It's pretty dark out, and you can't see him over there because he doesn't have his lights on yet. And I obviously don't have my lights on yet, so we'll keep battling away. See who wins. I don't know. It's a toss-up at this point. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Not in a bad way, it's just kind of just fun. I've lost my row like 3 times in the last couple minutes, and he still hasn't turned his lights on yet. I could barely see my row when I turned around. I know how much you hate this, but here it goes. I can barely see, this is the only reason. There we go. Let's see how long it takes him to turn his lights on. He's probably waiting on me. I can't even see him over there. The neighbor's house, or behind the neighbor's house, I should say, right there. And we have a disc bell that decided he wanted to leave the chat. This guy came off, and I noticed it at the other end of the field here, and was looking for it on the way back, and I maybe found, yeah, I did find it right here. Right here he is. Where'd you go? Why'd you leave, little buddy? Huh? What'd you come off for? Oh well, the nut is nuts. I think it's a lock nut, or I mean a jam nut. I think it's obviously out here somewhere. If I can pick this thing up, I can put it in the chatter. But yeah, this guy decided he didn't want to take anymore and decided to come off. So we'll throw this in the tractor and keep going. We're almost to the point rows. So not too much more left on the dams down there. You can see. Alright, so we're done now with the field. I did not go all the way around because this shaft right here is starting to work its way out from where that bell fell off. So I'm just not going to worry about going around. And we'll get this all's getting chiseled anyway, as far as I know. So, otherwise I would have went all the way around it. So I'm done. I have to do the rigmarole of unhooking the rolling basket hoses and hooking up the wing hoses and folding the disc up, and then hooking the home baskets back up and hooking those and folding those up. So you can sit. I'll set you guys down so you can watch me do that, and then we'll finish folding up tonight. So. Those, let's go up and fold the wings up. Well, all except for this disc right there that decided to take no more. This rig worked pretty good for discing corn stalks. And I've known this for a little bit, but that bell right there, those two nuts are loose, or that whole bell's loose, and it's starting to get pretty loose. And I think maybe a couple others are starting to get loose on there, but other than that, it's a really nice disc. It does a really good job. I thought we had it set pretty level. Maybe a little too deep, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we're just stirring up corn stalks, so it really don't matter. But yeah, just maybe a tad too deep. But other than that, yeah, like I said, it does a phenomenal job. And yep, this is my last free night, pretty much until probably until like March, because we're going on a camping trip tomorrow and working up at Quaker Haven, and then after that, next Monday is when basketball starts. I don't play basketball, I'm a student manager. But that'll be practice about every day unless said otherwise. But so yeah, this is a nice way to end my free nights, pretty much. I mean, obviously I'll have free nights between now and March, but well, I think that's going to be it for today's video. That's about all I know. It is supposed to snow, just so everybody knows. It is supposed to snow on Sunday and Monday. So, or. It's not just flurries. I don't think it's any accumulation, but just, yeah, it's November. And we haven't had a lot of snow in 5 years. We haven't had very much snow at all in the last little while. But yeah, just so you know, it's rain too, so which I know doesn't matter to most of you, but just thought I'd let everybody know that we're about ready to have some snow for the winter time already. So, alright, well, I think it's probably 9 o'clock, 9:30 maybe. I guess I'll go in and eat some supper and get ready to go to bed. So, alright, yep. Like I said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I guess until next time, Kolbe out.